Okay, welcome viewers to round two, race one of the ASRNZ Championship, and welcome as well as always our mate Davo. Welcome, bud.
Oh, g'day, farmer.
Yeah,
Glad to
g'day,
be
mate.
back. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what do we got? Second race of the series, second round, I should say.
Yeah, second round of season two, which just happens to be an endurance round here at Spa, um, a 90-minute endurance race. So something a little bit different. And I suppose if the first round's anything to go by, mate, wasn't that one a cracker?
Oh, yes, wasn't it?
I I can see, like I hope the boys just pick up where they left off from last week, and yeah, it's just as exciting. I
Yeah,
suppose we
absolutely,
probably
mate.
should take a chance. Actually, well, the boys are probably in driver brief at the moment, so we might take a chance to look at some points. What do you reckon, Farmer?
Yeah, mate, we'll just whip those up on the screen there for our viewers, just to keep everyone up to date where these boys finished off after the last round. And yeah, good to see the pro drivers are all in the top 10 there. None of them sort of placed out of position. Josh with the lead at the moment. Crosby, Perko, John McDonald, Ashley tied with Aztec for fifth place. Pretty tight up there, but we've only had the one round. We've got Glenn Hill come probably forward from seventh. Steve-O, Aaron Enright.
Yeah. And he's equal seventh with Steve Melling. He's a good mate of his, so there's obviously a bit of rivalry going on
Oh
there.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and even Jackson top 10. So
yeah,
those. Yeah,
awesome to see.
that's a great top
Yeah,
10, mate. Yeah. So first leading the Pro-Am class, Gunter, and also Ashley and BK, and these guys, all three of them tied on points for first place of that Pro-Am class there.
yeah,
Super tight. With
super tight. Admittedly, only after one round,
one
but
round,
yeah,
yes.
good. These yeah, it just shows you how tight the racing was in those first couple of races at Brands Hatch. Yeah,
Yeah, cool. Um, we got Beer in 14th, and then Owen Am. So we're running the three different classes within the grid here.
and so we've got Owen up there in a full amateur drive, and in 15th position, sitting amongst the pro-am boys. So yeah, well done from Owen.
Yeah, absolutely. He's ahead of about six of the Pro-Am boys, actually, according to page 2 of the sport.
Yeah, yeah, doing well.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, Jake, Pete, Mark Josco, Racing Mule, Rob, and Troy, all really tight there. Obviously, like just after the round one, like you're saying.
Yeah, very close numbers there. A couple of double up again there with Rob and Troy both sitting on equal 20th.
Yeah. B Dog Kenny, Aaron, Luke with some bit of a horror story for Luke, and then Ryan in 26th place. So yeah, good stuff, boys. Um, we'll be keeping an eye on that each week, seeing how the different classes progress.
Definitely. Early days, but like I think we did say last week, these boys look like they were halfway through the championship and racing for the, you know, the Gold Cup, mate, right in the
Oh,
first race.
absolutely,
So,
weren't they? Yeah.
yeah, really good to see. So, um, yeah, can't wait to see this one, Farmer. This is going to be good.
This
They
is
must
going to
be
be good.
pretty close. They must be pretty close to rolling out to quali soon, and it's what about 12 minutes for quali? Will that? Will they
Oh,
run?
yeah. Look,
The temperature will come up in the tire. Look, we've had all this talk about rain, cold temperatures. We've got a 5 a.m. start for the race. What do you think these boys are going to be set up for tonight, Farmer?
yeah. Interesting, mate. a lot of the boys are wondering whether they fuel go long in case it rains later after the halfway 50-50 option.
Yep.
Different scenarios sort of running through the people's heads is what will happen, and we have to wait till race starts to get a little bit of a look at the weather forecast to see what may or may not happen. It has been raining here during practice on a couple of sessions.
Oh, okay. And just looking at the track temp currently, and I don't know how accurate this is because I'm not sure whether the session's ticked over correctly, but we've got a track temps of over 30, low 30s, 33 there. We've got some cloud around and 26 ambient. So
that would suggest actually quite a nice temperature, quite a nice track to run on at the moment.
Yeah, I would say.
And see, they just restarted the qualifying session here as the guys quickly loading their set, trying to get out into some fresh air.
That's quali started, yes. Just watching Himbry, and I think that was Dyer jumping out really early. There's a few boys actually trying to jump out there really quickly. Go for a bit of a helicam here and just see them trundle down that extremely long exit.
Yes, and we were calculating this today, David, with 12 minutes you've got, but you've got to allocate forever to drive out of the pits, don't you?
Allocate 5 minutes just to get out.
Plus the outlap that you've got to circulate around, which is really 2 minutes 20. You're talking you've lost 3 minutes before you get onto your hot lap, haven't you?
Yeah. So they pretty well only get one shot at this, and if they want to have 2 cracks at it, they want to get back to the pits pretty well straight away if they know they've blown it. This will be an interesting little qualifier to watch, actually. I think the pressure's on. I think the
pressure is on, and to be honest, I don't think people will have time to come back to drive back to the pits for a new set of tyres to go into another outlap. I don't think this track really allows that unless they're maybe going to get one hot lap in, set of tyres, and then one hot lap again. I think it would be better just to run long and keep circulating. You at least get 3, maybe 4 laps in if you're lucky.
Yeah, and just try and like you're saying, it's just trying to cool that tyre again, reset and go again. So who are we picking up on there, Farmer?
Just watching, is it Anthony Himbry? They're just cruising around there, just picked a midfield car just to...
Mr. Himbry?
But,
in the McLaren?
I guess we need to keep an eye on the usual suspects for the front row, the Josh, the Crossies, the Glynns, the John Boys, Percos. Yeah, we don't.
The list is long.
Just to name a couple.
You can just carry on all the way down that list,
Yeah, that's true.
There's 25 here tonight, so it's a long list.
Someone mentioned that Jake was going good actually, so it'd be good to see him up there in the top 10 for quality.
Yeah. Yes.
Good to see the Honda back of Luke Crompton. He's just coming around the final section there, about to start his hot lap.
Yeah, the Honda looks great. It's a shame the Honda doesn't perform as well as it looks. It looks like it should go a lot faster.
Yes. Looks like he's got Josh in front of him just to kind of chase.
This is a guide.
As a guide, yeah. That Nissan should be actually roaring down those straights. And then the Honda should have a little advantage through the tight corners, I think. Is that its strength, or does it have a strength? I mean, it must have something.
to be honest, haven't even driven it, so I couldn't comment.
It looks easy to park, doesn't it?
It does. It does look very, very, very tidy on track and very easy to park. I don't know how much shopping you'd fit in the back of that thing, though. So yeah, Luke easily managing the VTEC power of the Honda there for a tidy little first time lap. Who else was out early there? Let's just have a look here.
I see Josh is just sitting in front of him. We're gonna run the tower, the timing tower that is going to give us splits across the finish line between the cars only. It won't give us real time. The tower restricts us. The real-time tower restricts us to 87 cars. So we're just going to run the full tower on the side of the screen there, and the splits that you guys will get, and the times will be as they cross the line only.
Okay.
But it will give
so
us
as they come across, here we go. We've got Perkins, BK,
straight into the
Vertigo. Now 218 isn't a bad lap there, Farmer. Look, this especially straight off the bat.
Very flash lap actually. Josh also into the 18s there.
Josh into the 18s. John McNaught into a mid-19. Probably not where he wants to be. I'm sure there's a couple of boys there behind him that are going to pip that time. Aztec on a 2-minute 20, and I noticed Luke actually there too in the Honda, was it?
Yeah, mate, yeah.
With a 2-minute 20 as well, so not a bad effort from Luke there. Crossy, as usual, slips into third.
Yes, nice crossing for low 19 there.
A very low 19. You just wonder how these guys are going to deal with this next lap. Do they cycle down their tyres just a little bit and go for the fourth lap run? Or do they have another crack straight away?
Yeah. This is where you can, I personally believe you waste too much time on an in-lap and out-lap, and you just need to just put your head down and just ignore the tyres.
Yeah.
Yeah, drive the car.
Or the tyre.
Yeah, drive the car. Just smash them, that's out, yeah.
That's the sort of talk, that's a go-kart racer right there talking. Just lean forward.
Lean forward. Just noticing, just looking down at who hasn't completed a lap there, and Glenn, certainly one to come through yet, posting a 219, but...
and I noticed Damien Jones as well. Yeah. Oh, it's a non-valid one from Glenn, so he'll be looking to get something sorted in the next lap. And just looking at his sectors there, not doing a particularly good one at the moment either, so struggling a little bit there, Gleno.
Josh just almost racing with Perkins there. Both those boys running P1 and P2 in qualifying, following each other around track. It's a very nice way to do it, actually, almost working as a team there.
Yeah, and look, the only two, and both in the 18s at the moment, the 218s, so they can afford to probably play that way in qualifying, so... Just noticed Glenn just hopped over the line. Yeah, for fourth position. Well done from Glenn there, actually. Probably under a little bit of pressure to perform too. So with a 19.3. Actually, bloody Jacques there. He just hopped into fifth too with a 19.5. That's not a bad effort from Jacques, who was actually running in 10th in the championship after the first round. So well done, Damien. He's actually in front of John McDonald, so I'm sure JB's out out there trying to have another crack at that. I noticed Aztec well up on his time too. Is currently in 7th. He might be one to watch.
Yeah, he's got a good half a second on his time at the moment.
He does.
I'd
He
like to
does.
say, yeah. As we just watch him maybe push a little bit wide into the
He
bowl
did.
there, although it gives him a nice exit.
It does. It does. Probably not the place that you really need the nice exit, but all the same, good run down into the valley there, into the lower parts of the track, and very flowy track. This you really got to have that rhythm. You really got to, just get into that rhythm with this place, and perfect enduro track. Personally, I think it's
yes,
because
yes.
of that. Like it's not too awkward, and you can get a nice flow going.
It does
So
flow very well, doesn't it?
it does,
Yeah.
yeah. So Aztec's still up on his time there,
There's a couple
although
of
probably dropped a little bit from when we
yeah,
started
he has
watching.
actually. We've cursed him a little bit, mate. He's
We may well have. We may well have. Who else we got eyes on here?
just looking, maybe Steve-O, he's got a bit of pace on this lap, good half second on his time at the moment.
Oh yeah, no, he's well up there actually, and got that the checks in the mail Castrol Audi running hot tonight by the looks of it. He's done a 2-minute 20 already, but that just doesn't cut it in this field. So he's out of the top 10 at the moment, but
Yeah.
definitely well up on his lap time. And I just see Ash Vetiger is also well up on his time too. In the Ferrari, I think the lone Ferrari in the field. No, there's two. Sorry, we made this mistake last week. Enright's also in a Ferrari, but Ash up on his time at the moment. He's actually coming up to the final series of corners. Melling not far behind. Vedic just coming up to the line. Will he get a position here? He's got into 7th. Back to Melling.
Steve-O into the 9.
Melling's in.
Yeah, put himself into the top 10. Yeah,
top
well
10.
done.
Nice work. Still leaving Luke actually in the Honji there, holding in the top 10 there, because there must not be much time left here actually. Just looking at our session time.
The clock
is that's it.
Just counted down now, so as long as you're across the line, you can complete the lap you're on. Just looking back at some of the other boys, mate, just to see Kenny's potentially 0.4. That might jump him up a couple of posies if he carries that on through. Gunter's also was on a good lap until we started talking about him.
It sort of comes with the territory, doesn't it, Farmer? Like, if we focus on these boys, they do sort
of... They just crumble, don't they, mate?
Uncannily just seem to fall off. I'm not sure what's going on there, but that's... We try not to focus on you boys too long. Okay, so this is winding down now. I'll get you, Farmer, just to run through those times as the boys all come in.
Yeah, well done. So it does look like us. Everybody in the pits now just watching Kenny. He'll come round and finish his lap. So front row, Perko and Josh, 1 and 2. Row 2 goes to Crossy and Glyn in there in 4th. Row 3 to Jarks and John McDonald. Row 4 goes to Ashley and Aztec. And then row 5 with the top 10, Steve-O and Luke Crompton. What do we got? Row 6, Anton and Mark Josco, followed by BK, Tim Himbury, Aaron Enright, Matt Cook, Jake, Pete, B-Dog, Anthony Himbury, Kenny, Bear Grylls. We've got Gunter coming in 23rd. Racing Mule, Aaron McElroy, Rob, Troy, Owen, and Ryan rounding out the 29 punters that we have on field, mate.
Yeah, and I've just noticed there from Steve Melling in 9th to 22nd position with Bear Grylls, that is 1 second. So that's just shows you how tight that mid pack of cars is, time wise.
Yeah, right, yes. Oh, and we shouldn't really be scrolling through that on the stream like that. Good stuff, fellas. Good stuff. We just wait for
That's
the
qualifying just rolling down now. Is it?
period
How's that?
just stopped.
How's that temp looking at the moment there, Farm? Oh, it's not
What
too
have we
bad
got,
still.
mate?
We're looking at 24 track, 34 track temp, and the ambient hasn't changed, so still a little bit of light cloud around. 5 a.m. start though, and the boys
That's
have
right.
been
This is going to be starting the following morning, so yes.
they're just obviously a little nervous about the tyre temps, but I'm sure they've done plenty of practice to try and get those sets sorted.
Yeah, and you've just got to find a medium, don't you? Where if you think the race is going to
You
end
do.
around midday, then you just got to run some sort of 9-10 o'clock pressures. And
Here we go.
here we are, 5 a.m. in the morning on the grid.
Yeah, obviously a little bit darker. It does look good. The boys all sitting on track. We probably should take this moment here just to thank our sponsors and welcome everybody again to round 2 of season 2. The 90-minute endurance race at Spa, and sponsored by Hypercube, Web Design and Online Marketing, GoBro Racing, New Look Painting, Outdoor Effects, Superior Joint Sealing, Spark Cleaning Services in Taupo, and Zero Vision Motorsport. Farmer, this is going to be epic. I think I need to go and grab a drink.
Yeah, by all means. Well, absolutely, mate. We've got one big 90-minute race here, buddy. So
we have a 90-minute race, so we're just going to top up our little bevies there, and we'll be back in 1 minute.
Yes. Stand by. And we wait for Davo just to grab his drink there. Great looking grid at the front. We've got Josh P2 on the outside of Twiggles. So potentially Crossy, and who's in behind Crossy? Jarks will have a nice inside line into turn 1. We are talking a hairpin. It will be interesting to see what happens.
It will be interesting as the lights come on.
The lights come on.
Oh, mate, here we go.
Just noticed Crossy just washing his window screen there with the wipers.
Yeah.
Looks good, mate. Looks good. Here we go for our rolling start. Rolling start here.
So is it just a quick duck around the hairpin? Is it and then start?
Oh, of course we start down the next straight, don't we? So they're up through LaRue for the turn 1,
so
2.
They'll just duck around the corner here, and it'll be green, 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 no doubt. Not too long after, as they all get in position here. Look at that field. What a fantastic sight as they run down the hill. When are they going to let them go? There they go. There they go. What's this? Oh, side by side with that rolling start down the hill there. Look at that field.
And great, just watching the whole field go up through the. It looks like everybody's got away nice and clean.
Does look tidy. Difficult.
Great start for the boys.
Oh, anything could have happened. Very fast bit of track that down through the dip through Oru. So well done from all the boys as they run up to the top of the hill there. Just notice.
Just watching, yeah, sorry, mate. I was just watching towards the rear there of watching Jake, noticing Jacob making a few different moves on the boys there. I wonder if he's a little bit out of position with his qualifying pace.
Okay, yeah, trying to regain those few positions that he may have lost. Just picking up on Perkins, obviously, just having a quick run. He likes to just try and make that little bit of a gap, as does second position Josh Vediger. Both of these guys just know how to start a race. They've taken off. Steve Crossland wants to stay in touch. We've got Gleno and Damien.
And Jacks, hey, yeah.
In fifth position, making a good showing, keeping up underneath the bar of Gleno's car there. So well done. JB not too far behind in sixth, and Aztec rounding out seven. Look at this. What a great start. We've got Ashley Vediger running in eighth. Luke Compton in the bloody Honda. Oh,
all over the back of Ashley too, isn't he? He'll be having good fun
10,
there. Yeah.
In the top 10. Steve-O's dropped back a little bit there. Must have had a little bit of an untidy start, but yeah, the Texas in the male Castrol Edge Audi is looking sharp.
Oh, and a whole bunch of them all coming around the final turns there.
Look at it.
Great stuff, guys.
And tidy. Look.
Very tidy.
Look at them as we run across the start-finish line for the first time. Mate, what's that? 2 minutes and 30 seconds and only about another 87 minutes to go. So look at the sparks as they bounce off the bottom of the dip through Rouge there. Beautiful looking scene there as they come running down the hill there.
Great field,
very tight.
super tight
very
pack,
tight.
mate.
Yeah, super tight in the mid pack. It's hard to know who to focus on here. Everybody's so close still. Obviously, only being Latbu.
Just watching.
Jake McKellar.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, you're right. Oh, Jakey boy.
Jake in the Lexus with Himbry and is it Bear Grylls? No, it's Mule right behind him there. Sparks are flying. Kenny Simpson. Who was that? Just went round at Brendan. Oh, I'm lost. Hang on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch up with my. I think my data's trying to catch up with my screen.
I think we've got the same. Yeah. And we need to scroll through to where we're really at. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so it was Brendan that actually looked like he went around Bear Grylls.
Okay. He is definitely in front of him on track.
Yeah, because Bear Grylls and Jake are in very similar cars. So I just got a little mixed up there.
Just keeping an eye on the Jarks. Just putting a little bit of pressure on the back of Glenn. And John Boy and Aztec. Hopefully, I think just closing in a little bit on these guys. And here we go. Look at the look at the run he got out of turn one.
Look. That was one of the. What a big game of chicken that was. This is a 90-minute race. You know, Jarks is going to pop it down the inside of Glenn. Glenn's just like, oh, mate, come on. I'm not going to have that.
Just watching
Oh,
the
what?
big drag race down to the.
Oh, these guys are racing tight. Look, I can't watch. I really think this could end in tears. Two really good guys, experience-wise.
It looks
Very
like the
aggressive.
driver of that blue Aston is a little bit mad.
He's got the red mist on.
He's got the red mist on,
All
yes.
I can see is sparks flying from the back of Jones's car, and
I just wonder whether Glyn made a mistake out of turn one, eh? That allowed Jarks just to get the good run on him, because not normally an easy pass down that little part of the track there, but
look, to force a pass there is pretty brave. That's allowed Aztec actually just to sneak
it
up on the back
has
of
Aztec
JB,
and John, isn't it? Yes.
John, yeah. So,
yes.
And look, you don't have to look far back. If they're racing it like a sprint race, it's a 90-minute race. They're just off like it's.
And it's a great way to pass the time, though, isn't it? When you're absolutely on the bumper of somebody, the race does go faster for you.
Of course. Yeah, look at these boys. There's no mucking around here. There's definitely no love lost. Glenn having a big look up the inside there. Both very deep under brakes. Oh, what's that all night?
I think we're going to be keeping an eye on this battle here, mate. It's and just behind them is Luke Crompton all over the back of Ashley. They're what are they, 8th and 9th place? So
yeah, as the mid pack, they just start to spread a little bit and give each other a little bit of space there, actually. So clearly nobody really wants to get into a fist fight this early on. So just a little bit of space, a little bit of common sense is starting to prevail as the boys just space themselves out a little bit, unlike the boys up the front.
yes, exactly. And I was just having a little look there at BK, was just having a good lunge on Anthony Chestnut down the straight.
Yeah, on Chestnut there, and they're both side by side still at the moment. So,
and he's got it done actually.
Well done, BK in the Bentley there.
Now, who's that sitting behind them? Aaron Enright. Okay.
Yeah, that's Enright in the one of the Astons. That Chestnut car does not look quick. That's Enright.
Has gone past Chisholm as well, hasn't he? I think we just saw that in the background.
Mate, he just grabbed that so quickly between those two left-handers as they did down into the valley there, and Chestnut does not look comfortable in that car at the moment.
I think he's a bit wounded there as he's just dropping back into the grass of the next few guys there as Matt Cook.
Which is Matt Cook, Pete Ashby, So definitely doesn't look comfortable. Probably just one just to keep an eye on there actually is Chestnut just runs away.
Oh, and look at that! Just as we're talking about it, we've got Pete just chucking the Bentley
just behind it
down the inside of him like that.
Oh, did you see that?
A little bit of bad touching there through the apex of the corner.
Was a bit of a touch up.
Everyone's carried on. And that's now given the next guy. Is that Kenny that's now going to have...
Yeah, that is Simpson. That hang on. We're looking at the back
looking
of
at Cook. Yeah, so actually Anthony's managed to pull away a little bit from that gap there now due to that little touch-up.
As they run down the hill, just get a little bit more daylight as the sun slowly starts to rise. Still hasn't got to the horizon, so we don't still see any sun on the track yet, but yeah, definitely a lot lighter in the sky at the moment. What are we focused on there, Farmer?
Oh, just generally running through a couple of whatever's going on. Actually, buddy, there's a massive train of cars here between Kenny back to, is it Mule or someone? But there's like a whole train of 10 of them there. What a great battle for the, this is for what, 17th place back to 25.
Back to 25, and they're racing solid too,
and they're racing solid between the whole lot of them, mate. Yeah. Just
no mucking around.
Excellent stuff.
Yeah, there's only a car length or two between literally 25 to, I don't know, about 14 or something, at least 10 positions there. It's yeah, pretty good to watch there actually. Only takes the slightest little wriggle, a little bit of a misjudgment in the braking areas there, and then it's side by side racing. I'm just interested to see what's going up the front here. Let's have a quick look at Perkins, see where he's at. He just drops down into a rouge with, oh yeah, nice tidy run. Joshy not too far behind. Crossy's done well to keep the Merkin touch there actually. These boys are running hot.
Yeah, Crossy's gone with Josh here, 2.5 seconds behind Josh, who's 2.5 seconds behind Perko. So those three, like you say, are running hot, aren't they?
They are running hot, and there's a little bit of a gap, but then Jones.
How's Chuck's doing? He's doing. Look at him. He's on there.
And he's performed in earlier seasons, like over the past few years in the Nissan. So he knows the car, he knows the track. I think to get past Leno there, he's really stamped his authority on it, hasn't he? He's actually pulled away a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. Look, he's got Glenn right behind him. He's got the 4 times champ behind Glenn. He's taking it to these boys tonight, isn't he? Yeah.
No, plenty of confidence there.
Go Sharks.
So go Sharks.
And like you say, we've seen this ability from him in the past seasons, haven't we? Where
absolutely.
Just every now and again, all of a sudden he's up with you. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely hooks up on particular tracks at certain times, and like seasoned in the handling of the Nissan. He's been in that car before in years past, so although a different evolution of it,
absolutely, another version.
Still knows his way around the old Datsun, mate. So
love them. It's a great little three-way battle there.
You've driven them before yourself, haven't you?
Oh, mate, we've all had a 120Y, haven't we, from back in the day, or not?
That's the one. So good little three-way, pretty well four-way battle there between Jones, Gleno, JB and Aztec.
Yeah, Aztec's obviously just, I think, driving probably 10 to stay with those guys.
Yeah.
Kind of hanging in there.
Kind of hanging in there, but only just. I think it's only just because they're just sort of mucking around a little bit that he's staying there. Ashley Redeker literally racing by himself. He has a huge gap in front and behind in 8th position. He's probably just loving that. It's probably a perfect place to be at the moment. Mark Josco and Delane Lambo doing really well in 9th. That's awesome to see that car in 9th position.
It is, and that's our solo Lambo.
That is a solo Lambo.
Yes.
Yeah. And Himbury running at the top 10 in the first McLaren on the track there, and a good looking one at that. But just mind that. Oh, it's the Castrol Edge Audi of Melly. And BK It looks like he wants a big part.
He
I
wants a
think
piece. He wants a piece of that oil. He does.
I think he does. I think he wants Steve's position, to be honest. So. Yeah, BK's definitely got that. Look, and again, another driver to note, BK has won here in Spa in previous years, some time ago, but definitely knows his way around this track, knows how to pedal a car for a long distance, and yeah, definitely one to be watched. If you flick through some of the archival videos of ASRNZ back in the early days, yeah, you'll see BK coming across the line to the checkered flag in first, so I want to go and have a look up.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like he's got a reasonably comfortable car tonight too, BK.
It does.
He's gone forward a couple of posies already that we've seen, and we're just about going around the outside of Steve-O to the final little section there of the track under brakes. Might have caught him by surprise.
Do you think so? It did look like the Bentley just ran out of brake there a little bit. He had to duck off to the side.
It is, what, three plus ton to stop, is it? Or
I think it was a little bit of a puckering sort of a moment there where... It's hard.
Just saw that Honda rip past. He looks like he's in a good battle. Where is he?
Oh yeah. Have a quick look at that.
No, I've lost him.
That's Compton.
It can't have been him.
Compton and McKellar just running through all routes there, and shooting past the back marker in Cook. McKellar not too far behind. But yeah, Compton at the moment in the Honda just chasing Aspie and probably beautiful orange and black Bentley there.
Pete Aspie in the Bentley there, is yeah.
In the Bentley, and the Honda is applying the torch a little to the back of that Bentley as well. So I think, like you were saying earlier in the race, it does sort of shine a little bit in the twistier sections of the track down the bottom of the hill here.
Yeah, it does, but then just thinking, Davo, that because I was looking in the top 10 for his name, but he's back in 18th, mate.
Yeah, he's gone way back. I don't know whether he's had a moment or not, but yeah, I mean, as much as it looks strong, it just doesn't seem to deliver in the grunt department, and it's unfortunate. Because it does look very handy around the twisty stuff. As we just see, actually, I saw in one of the shots there, the sun starting to come up over into the tree line there. The track temperature, which we haven't looked at, is actually only on 19 with an ambient at 19 as well. So I'm sure the boys would be glad to see a little bit of sunshine, a few sun rays hit this tarmac sometime soon, and it's just starting to come over now as we see those long shadows. Look, and as much as they want the heat on the track, Farmer, do you reckon they want the sun in their eyes? Have a look at the in-car stuff.
Oh, who should we follow? Give us a lap of someone close. I noticed John Boy's got past Glenn too. We've missed that overtake.
Yeah, no, I saw that. So let's go into Glenn's car.
Okay.
Right up behind him, McDonald, in car.
Ooh, and we just catch him with a big slide. And he just saved it, didn't he?
Sorry, Gleno.
It's like you say, mate, we just cursed him up. It's very simple to do. Put the camera on the guy.
Let's have a little bit of a look. We're dipping down into the valley here a little bit, and probably getting out of the sunlight a little bit. But you already see the dirt on Glenn's car. The windscreen of the car here already, yeah, and obviously running into the sunlight really impedes your vision. Glenn, do you think Glenn's struggling with that car tonight?
It looks like he does seem to have, maybe a little bit of a handful there.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
although his times looked okay in qualifying, I don't know, just the car does not look good in race trim there. I don't know whether it's a, you know, a setup thing that he might have changed, you know, a pressure thing or something.
Yeah, and I was talking to JB this afternoon.
Here we go.
He's just in front of him, and he was still searching for a comfortable car to drive, you know, leading up to the practice session of tonight. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic to watch here. Just watch them as they duck around here. We get a big ray of sunlight. Bam. Want to have your Polaroids on for that. Oh dear. Let's have a look. Let's see what's let's go back a little bit here, I think, Farmer. Let's just check out where Ash is. He's just sitting in behind Aztec there. He's looking pretty comfy there. I reckon that'd be, yeah, I think he'd be pretty happy to be sitting in that position at the moment. Top 10 in 8th position.
Okay, can we just compare?
Space.
So we've currently last lap round Ash was 2/10 off Aztec's pace. So
Yeah.
our timesheets are showing that Aztec's maintaining that gap in front of Ashley.
He is.
He might
Yes.
just need to work on that. Aztec ever so slightly faster than Glyn, who's in front of him. So
yeah, I see that.
And Glyn really sort of 4/10 off the pace.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, like you say, with his car handling, perhaps.
Well, and it's clear to see. You only got to just have a, you know, like only follow Glenn's car there for a few seconds to notice that it doesn't look comfortable. It looks awkward on track. So.
Just keeping an eye on Steve-O, Aaron in right, BK. Nice little bunch there, back further.
BK past Melling, which
yes.
we were watching earlier, which would look like it was a given. BK looks way speedier than Melling tonight as well. Yeah, so I think that's Steve Melling behind Enright still. I don't think that position has changed, but BK got through and Chesner still ducked in behind in 13th in one of the McLarens there.
Just scrolling back further down, another little battle here, 21st, 2nd and 3rd, I think, between Aaron, Owen and Gunter.
Yeah, look at that. Just
the
two,
cars, they almost look like teammates, those two assets there battling it out.
They definitely
In fact,
do.
they've got the same paint scheme, buddy. And
what's Gump doing? He's in a Lexus there. Oh yeah, look at these two. No, the numbers are different.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yellow.
Oh look, how to confuse the camera boys. Paint your car the same. Yeah.
Let alone the bloody commentary team, mate. You know, we're not real smart. That's why we're
not
here,
smart.
You know?
That's right. We're not building rockets, mate. Yeah.
No, definitely not. Bloody hell. So just
I'm not a truck driver by day because of my academic abilities. Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So just watching Gunther there, he just looks like he wants.
Does want a piece of Owen, doesn't he?
He does want a piece of Owen. McElroy's just taken off too. Actually, he's just broken away there, which he pretty well needed to. Willisey was winning plenty.
It's great to see these guys. You know, there's still a battle in place for them, isn't there? Even if it is, you know, we're battling for, I think, 19th place here. But it is on. It's all on.
Well, basically, yeah. Well, McElroy's and Aaron's there in 20th. You know, so it's basically they're chasing 20. You know, and as Aaron just ran a little wide there, gives Willis see that sniff again. I don't think this is going to finish anytime soon. I'll be honest, that little battle there.
Just keep an eye on that, mate.
Yeah, well, there's not much happening up the front
There's
here.
not a lot happening.
Boys,
There's a lot of gaps between the cars actually now,
yeah,
which does tend to happen with an Enduro, doesn't it? And
yeah,
we'll just have to wait and see who's playing what card with the pit stop strategy.
With the pit stops, and that's where it'll all come around. Have you got just actually, my bad, I'd have the pit window details. Farmer, do you know when the window opens here?
I'm gonna say not yet. No, I don't have that information actually, buddy.
Okay, well, admin's kept that tight onto their chest, that information, obviously, so...
Can tell you that the track is optimum at the moment, and there's simply clear, beautiful sunshine in the skies, so...
Yeah.
The track is cold, but it is still 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't look like it's going to rain at any time soon, or at all today, actually.
No, well, it looks extremely clear. It is very early in the morning here, but yeah, hardly a cloud in the sky. It says light cloud on our data, but looks a little bit more like just a little bit of a mist more than anything. So, very sunny, very nice, beautiful looking day starting up here as we watch.
Just watching Gunther. I was just watching Gunther have a good pass on Aaron, and they left each other room through a section of corners there, which actually enabled Owen to slip past them both.
Slip through,
yeah, he has with these two. And Gunther Rowe was just coming through both those boys there, but...
Well, there you go. Well, that's Aaron was in front there.
That's right, yes.
So Willis's ducked past him, and Rose obviously just smelt the blood and taken advantage of this. It looked like it was going that way. It looked like Aaron was under pressure there a lap or so ago, and it just looks like he's struggling on the front there. He's going to bring an understeer out of the Aston there, and even there after Rose passed, he still seems to struggle on some of the tighter corners. Aston has it up the hill though.
Those boys just keep up their pace, I think that might just sort of stay possibly how it is for the meantime.
I think we just missed Chesna, duck past Enright there as well, actually.
Right. Big gap.
Now Chesna just had a big cut on the corner there, and he looks like he's readdressing his lap time.
Right, I just saw Aaron just slip back past him there.
Yeah, and that's unfortunately let Enright back through. So these guys are having a bit of a ding dong, not only between themselves but their own lines there by the looks of it, as they come to grips with the change in track temperatures, I suppose. So.
Yeah, they'd be starting to feel that maybe the tyres starting to get a bit headed now. They've been, we're coming up to, they've been racing for a half an hour.
Well, that's it, that's right. They're a third of the way through the race, and which no doubt expect to see the pit window opening anytime soon. And
you would expect so, wouldn't you?
Yeah. It'll just, but they're only going to do one stop, aren't they, though, surely?
Yes, correct, mate, yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see how, you know, each car and each setup handles, you know, a well-worn tyre after 45 minutes or so. No changes. I just watched Ask actually there have a big wriggle in the Bentley as he drops down the last corner as he runs up the back of the hill. He's got Himbry right up his clacker there. Bentley just with the grunt up the hill. So yeah, 30 minutes
nice.
in, a third of the way through the race, and yeah, it's sort of leveled out a little bit of an exciting start, very tight and very tidy from all drivers, so really well done to the field getting away here, especially with the rolling start down the hill. The field was extremely bunched and a lot of side-by-side action, but yeah, doing well here, round 2. Little enduro
well,
here, 90
yeah.
minutes. Yeah, season 2 with the GT3s here at ASRNZ. And we might just thank our sponsors again with starting off with Hypercube, web design and online marketing, GoPro racing, new look painting, outdoor effects, superior joint sealing, Spark Clean, and Zero Vision Motorsport. And welcome to anybody that's tuned in tonight. Great to have you here, and yeah, and welcome to ASRNZ.
Welcome indeed.
The boys just sort of get towards the end of their tyre, where I suppose for the pit stops.
Yeah, and look, I think it's crucial. Whoever goes for the undercut's going to have immediate advantage on the first few laps, aren't they, on that new tyre?
Surely. But how does it pan out?
It could pan them, yeah. Could bite them later. That's right. And John, look at John, right up on the back of Jarks there.
Perkins coming out of the pit, so
Is
the
he?
pit window is open.
Okay.
So Perkins just doing his 5-minute run out of the pit lane there now.
And just when you want to find a name on the board.
Yeah, you're telling me. I'm just scrolling.
Second to the bottom, mate, with the big pit next to his name. And like you say, it's super long.
Oh, he's only halfway down the hill.
He is only halfway down the hill. Oh, exactly. Look, we'll have to come back to you when we've made a cup of tea, mate.
And the whole field's gone past him.
Yeah.
And we're at Spa, mind you. Like, this is a big track.
Okay, well, that's good.
Racing.
Well, at least we've got a marker now who's gone in early from the front. Yes.
Okay, well, look, there we go. That's Perkins in a third of the way through the race. Can he run on that tyre for an hour?
Well, that's a very good point, mate. He has gone. Yeah, you're right. Wow. He obviously plans on doing that.
Is that possible?
I wonder if he knows that the first 15 minutes, the next 15 minutes, he's going to make up that much of a gap that it's going to serve him for the last.
Last pit stop.
Is that? Well, no, for he won't stop again. I don't think he was.
No.
Or is he on a?
Is the fuel available? Do you think the fuel?
Yes, the fuel numbers is available.
Will run.
Yes. Rough calculations, 155 litres for the race. The tank does hold 120, so effectively once you've done a third of the race, you can fuel and go to the end.
Yep.
Which I'm gonna say is probably what he's trying, eh?
That's what it's looking like right here.
Yeah, we're on to you, buddy.
And I just wonder what Vediger just runs up into the final corner now, just to be interested to see what he does here.
Is that Josh?
He runs around for another. That's Joshy.
Josh.
Okay,
yeah.
I just wonder what went through Josh's mind as Perkins peeled off into the pits and just went.
Yes.
Whether he just laughed and went, "Oh God, good on you, mate. You have a crack," or he just went, "Oh my God, I don't know. Maybe I should go in as well."
And the Honda of Luke Cropton's also just slipped into the pits here, I've seen in the
There you
background.
go. Well,
So
this will be
another
interesting.
one trying something different. So,
Yeah,
you know, good on the boys for trying to mix it up here.
absolutely.
And we'll just need to keep an eye, I guess, on when Josh and Crossy's still carrying on too. So
Yeah, and so look, we could wait at least another. What are we looking at? 10 minutes
10
before we
minutes,
see
that's right,
this. Yeah. Well,
before it unfolds.
10 to 15 minutes before it unfolds clearly. So yeah, we'll be. Look, it's unfortunate, but we got to sort of try and keep one eye on the track and one eye on the pits here at the moment. So just bear with us and.
Just watching Twiggles regain the position on BK there, and
Yes.
if maybe I could just slip away for a couple of minutes if I just leave that scrolling around, Davo.
Sure.
Okay, we'll see in a bit.
Yeah, Perkins easily just wrapping up BK there just to pull a position back after a very early pit stop. And obviously put us in two minds to the strategy, and obviously now we have a very close eye on the other top runners, obviously with Josh Vediger and whatnot, but yeah, just as we look at Twiggles running around there, the Merc always looking extremely fast, always looks very, very connected. Oh, it does it with ease. Waiting for a bit of my data to update here, and just noticed the track temps have come up a little bit there as it uploads. We've got about 21 track temperature and the ambient. So the track temps is coming up with the ambient temperatures, but very slowly. Still a lot of the track in shaded conditions and probably still quite cool, so be interesting to see how quick the cars get towards the end of the race as the track temps come up. So just still just following Perkins around there as he comes up on the back of Hembry.
Yeah, nice. And what are his current lap times? He's in his last lap, mate, was a 2:19.5. So
yeah, not mucking around, fresh set of tyres.
Josh's last lap was a 2:20 flat. So Perko gaining half a second a lap here at the moment.
Yeah, is it enough though, Farmer? This is the thing. Like I was just saying to the to our viewers, just like we don't know what's going on here. Normally we can sort of theorise something here, but it's an interesting move. If it's an undercut, it's the undercut from hell. So
yes, but then he's got a little bit of traffic to deal with, hasn't he? So
he does. He's already had to duck past BK and who was that after BK there, Hembry or something there. So yeah, interesting to watch. To see as this enduro unfolds as we we're nearly into the 40-minute mark. So still a long way to go. You know, I mean, there's still 50 minutes to run.
Yeah, there is, mate.
For another lap.
Okay, just keeping my eye on Pete Aspey and Tim Hembry there. Andrew Hembry.
Okay.
Just a great little battle there. They were just having a bit of side-by-side action. Possibly just settled down there now. And you're saying the boys out front are carrying on?
Okay, so we got Jones aka Jarkus,
Jark's gone in.
running into the pits. There was somebody else that coming out. I missed which car it was. There it is up in the distance.
We've got Luke still with the
It's
Honda
Compton.
parked
Yeah,
up.
the Honda's in. No, the Honda's just come in for a pit stop. Jones is in as well.
Okay, and we need Perko, who's just ripping around turn 1 there now, coming round, easily cleared Anthony in the pits, Jarks.
Anthony in the pits, yes. Hembry in the pits, in the McLaren.
Okay, so it's all on now at the 49-minute mark.
It's on
a lot
now.
of the boys are getting their stop
so
done.
This is 40 minutes into the race, and as we see, the pit's getting busy here. Jones going out well before Compton there. I wonder what's going on with Compo
I think
there.
Crompo's car's been there for a number of laps actually now, buddy.
Okay, sorry.
I think there's an issue, perhaps with the scissors or the comb in that car.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. I've just got my data is not updating. I've got Perko still running in 27th on my screen.
Yes, that's correct, buddy. Just as
I wonder what's going on there, because I'm sure he's moved forward more than that. But we'll just watch as it just all starts
possibly
to...
just the way the pits play out, and maybe he's got to come round again to get past these boys.
Okay, just quickly, we just got Vettiger coming into the final corner, goes around again.
So Josh carrying on.
Crossland coming into the final corner.
Watch what Crossy does, eh?
Doing very well in the number 43 move. He goes in.
Ducks in. He's in.
He's in.
Yeah, he's in.
Okay, Dyer.
Okay, who else we got?
Here we go. Glenn goes around again, so...
Now, what happened to... Obviously, John Boy is pitted as well, has he? Because we've lost John Boy.
We have lost John Boy. John Boy must have pitted. Aztec in. Okay, so John Boy's been in. Aztec in now. Ashley stays out. Hembry stays out. BK stays out. Melling stays out. And right in. Pit's getting very busy here, Farmer.
Very busy, and I can't for the life of me explain why Perko is still shown in 27th place.
I can't work that out either. That's unusual for our data to do that. Usually when it does that, it's a game-forced error. And as we saw last week, John McDonald having a pit stop issue, and it clearly showed on our data, and we were hoping it wasn't. Pretty well that it hadn't happened, but it did. And
it did happen, didn't it?
And lost him a lot of positions. So I was just watching a little bit of a battle with Mule and Carlo there, and Willisy, and who was that just dropped into the pits right in front of him there? Okay, so pit lane very busy. Vettiger coming up the hill. Our leader in the Nissan, running up the hill. 18 laps in. We're 44 minutes into the race, into a 90-minute race. So here we go. This is pretty well halfway for Vettiger.
It is, and so in theory we should see.
Bam, he's in.
Oh, he's in. Okay.
He's in. Okay, so the next one to watch here would be Glenn. Glenn runs up to the final corner. Josh is in. Nice tidy entry from Joshy there, actually. Well done. Glenn goes around.
Glenn carries on. He's carrying on. He's...
Wow.
Who else have we got? Ashley?
Ashley's coming up
to the final corner here. What's his plan, mate? What do you reckon? No, he should go in.
Going around.
Yeah,
he's going in. Hembry. And we've got BK and Melling. BK and Melling haven't even come in either. Himbury staying out. BK in.
BK and Steve-O staying out.
Melling out.
So look at these guys mixing it up, and a great battle
these-
back here too. Look at this Josco. Is it B-Dog and Jake there? Just all coming into the final section together. And we've got one in and two staying out again.
Mate,
some of these boys are going long, aren't they?
They are.
We've got Mule going in, but Owen staying out. Gunter in the background, slopping into the pits as well. Oh, how do we know who our first front runner that's pitted is?
I can't remember. I wasn't taking notes, mate.
I mean, we've got Josh. We've got Josh in second. And we know, he's coming out of the pits now.
Well, yeah, he's only just still...
Let's just see where he slips to, because something's happened to Perko, and I think
Perko's still showing 27th for me.
I just saw Perko come out of the pits, mate. He's gone back through the pits. He has too. He's just in front of Josh coming at the top of the hill now.
He's too.
Perko, something's happened.
He can clearly see that on his screen then.
He's gone in. He's gone back through the pits to clear something.
To try and address it. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's unfortunate, because he had such a great lead too. And I'm going to say that hands Josh the lead.
Well, Josh,
with Crossy coming up through LaRouche there, and just catching a massive moment, mate, as he backs it into the wall for us.
Who's that there?
Yeah, Crossy in the Merc, mate. And look, let's replay it for all the viewers. As he just backs it into the wall. It's unfortunate for Crossy, but we did happen to catch that beautifully on stream for you, mate. And he's able to...
mate, that Merc looks a little crumpled on the back there. And
I see Aztec slipped in front of him. So.
Yeah, he does. He's giving it a bit of a wriggle now, just to make sure nothing's going to fall off it. And, wow, he'll be disappointed there. Mate, fantastic. Pace all night.
Yes.
That's hurt him a little bit.
It's super unlucky. And you would have thought he would have had a reasonably good tyre there. Well, he'd already done an outlap. It should have been up to temperature. Just super unlucky there, perhaps, with his entry line.
Absolutely. Now, just on a quick note there, Glenn, guy in pits.
In the pits. Okay, Steve-O in.
Hembury past him, still showing in second.
Hembury carrying on.
Pits, Stephen in the pits. McKellar runs through. I don't know. This data is all over the place tonight, Farmer.
Why does it keep changing?
Still showing Glenn in first. No, Glenn in second now.
There you go.
Hembury in front. Yeah, no, we're well behind. It's just taking a little while to update here because Hembury's already heading down the hill.
I don't think our data's updating until they cross the certain sector points on the track here.
Yep. Okay, so
Jake McKellar still cruising around as well. Second place now.
Melling off the Jackson into his 5-minute run down the pit exit. So if anybody just want to put the jug on for Steve-O, sure he'll have a coffee before he goes out.
Lets the boys slip past as we just see John Boy round him up. That's Jarks there. John Boy in front of Jarks. Obviously a little position change there. Aztec slips through.
Yeah.
On Steve-O. Who we got next, mate, after Aztec, I think
it's Ashley Vediger in the Ferrari as he runs down into
it is too. Yeah. Very strong.
Yeah.
And then
it shows Crossy behind him, but I just noticed Crossy's in the pits there, so I'm not quite sure. I think it's just someone between Ash and BK, but it might be a back marker as I just watched Melling come out of the pit exit in behind BK. So
nicely kept between the white lines there, Steve-O.
Yeah, and so that position really hasn't moved at all there. Just watching Crossland actually run down to pick up a cup of coffee as well on his way out of the pits.
crossing out of the pits.
Yeah, I just wonder whether
And
he
I
was doing
wondered
a
whether he
damage
had
thing.
already been into the pits once as well,
Oh,
Crossy.
no, I thought he already had.
Yeah, I thought he had too, mate. So
Yeah,
clearly, maybe when he backed into the wall there, he might have had a bit
he might
of
have had
damage on the car.
or a poor tyre on the car as well. So or both. So
Because he's slipping right back in the field there.
yeah, well, he's still trotting down the pit lane, mate.
So this potentially hands Josh the lead, and
John
to
second,
John Boy has come through in second.
which is
From nowhere.
wow. Look, it's John's pit crew. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Mate, they either get it majorly right or they get it
Yeah.
majorly wrong.
Yeah.
They've clearly got it right tonight.
And I think John Boyd's pretty hard on his pit crew. He certainly lets them fucking know about it when they get it wrong. So possibly rewarding the boys for last week's effort has made them step up again in this race.
No doubt. Okay, so we've got McKellar sitting on the jacks in the pits. He's actually showing second in our data, so we know that's going to update anytime soon. And we're showing Himbury in first position.
But clearly still to
Timothy Himbury at that. Yeah, he's got a pit. As he runs past the other Himbury. What's other Himbury's name? Sorry.
Anthony, mate.
Anthony Himbury, yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry, Anthony. But yeah, so
Andrew. Even.
There you go. Yeah, blame that one on Farmer. Sorry, Andrew.
Sorry, mate. Like I was handed a note in Belgium language. I had no idea what it said. Sorry. I was trying to wing it. Yeah. Okay.
So we just watched. I'm just watching
more boys peeling into the pits in the background. And do you think these guys are possibly clearing penalty strikes there?
I wonder.
Where they're getting the cuts.
We just watched Tim Himbury come into the pits there now.
And I just
both Himburys, sorry, both come into the pits now in the McLarens. Who we got just running out there? We got Gunther just running out in the Lexus. Okay, let's watch this data update. Like you said earlier, Josh is going to come out in first here. And then we're going to have McDonald, Glenn, and Jones. Glenn's done well to jump Jones, if that's the case.
And
Glenn.
Yes.
So probably just focus on.
I was just watching a bit of action there between Pete and Jake. And Owen, and there was a bit of swap positions there where Pete, no, he is in front of them, but Jake just losing it there after some good gains. Managed to slip back in
just
position.
Up in front there? Is that Aspie in the
Yeah, Pete in the Bentley.
And Owen.
And Owen's still plugging away, and of course Owen's our lead AM driver, isn't he?
Yeah. So and they're having a ding dong there. Actually, they're very close. Yeah. So again, Owen punching above his weight. Aspie in a pro-am team, and Owen in the amateur team. So, I mean, he's well done to Willisy there. He's
just got past, isn't he? He's just done the Bentley on the outside into the turn.
Oh, I'm sure I saw the Bentley headlights flashing off and on there. He just cut the nose off the Bentley and said, yeah, that's mine, mate. Get back there. Well done, boys. Very tight stuff. High speed, too. Don't want to make mistakes there. Henry back out on track.
Okay, so I think our leaderboard is pretty much updated now here with Josh leading, John Boy.
Okay.
John Boy and Glenn in a real battle here.
That's
what both these guys, they got similar talent, similar cars. They're good mates. They share setups between each other. And it is on between the two of them on track here. There's still
Yeah.
35 minutes to go for these guys to settle this. And interesting that Glenn's car's come back on strong again, and we noticed this early in the race. And just
Oh,
wondering whether that new tyre's working for him, and obviously how long it will stay on for him.
oh, yeah. I just wonder whether he had.
And he's gone
I
by
mean,
John there, isn't he?
John,
Yeah.
hasn't he? Yeah. I just, like, just the smallest, like tire pressure inconsistency can really muck with these cars, and I just wonder whether that first set that he had in the first stint was just something wasn't right.
Wasn't quite
He's
dialed in for him.
he's
Yeah.
he's obviously got it right here. Like that car he looks way more comfortable in that car than he did in that first stint. So
Yeah, and Damien Jones there. We
yeah,
had some hopes on him, and he's just sort of tagging off the back of these guys where he was actually pulling away and
yeah,
holding these two in front of behind him. Sorry, earlier on, wasn't he?
yeah.
Still great for fourth place. Let's not take that away from him.
No, absolutely. And,
But
and and again, you just wonder whether maybe just a slight tyre pressure change again has just taken a little bit of an edge off that Nissan's pace.
yes,
And it can be something as simple as that. And, like the track temp's gone up a little bit more. It's up to 23 at the moment. Little tiny nuances of the game are critical.
just looking at the last lap times by the boys there, and Josh clearly in the 19th, the 2-minute 19th all on his own. Glenn with a 2-minute 20 flat. John Boy a bit off the pace in that last lap. He's a second and a half down on the rest of the field, and
Yeah.
obviously made an error there somewhere.
Yeah.
One to watch would probably be Ashley and Steve-O, who are doing 2-minute 20.6s.
Sixes, yeah.
Got a little bit of pace on the guys possibly in front of them. Doing a good job. And a 2-minute 20.3 for Crossy at 20th. So, and we're not sure why Crossy and Perko are still listed down this far, other than possibly a penalty cut, possibly something wrong with their pit stop.
Yeah, they're difficult to say, like you said, Farmer. I mean, we saw, unfortunately for Crossy, him back it into the wall up out of 2 there, and but with Perko, we weren't quite sure what was going on. There was obviously something, obviously wrong with our data, and like we saw last week, it was the same for John McDonald. So yeah, it'd just be interesting to see how that pans out after a race. And we'll obviously keep an eye on those boys as they try and come back through the pack.
Come back through, yes.
Yeah. So Glenn passed John and definitely looks quicker in that car. In this stint, he's off. John doesn't look like he's got much for it. Damien keeping them both honest.
Yep, Aztec a very lonely fifth actually on his own at this stage of the race.
Yeah.
Got Ashley, you can see Aztec up there. Both those boys just cruising around. 7th place goes to BK. He's got a nice gap behind him, back to Steve-O in the Castro Aldi, who in turn has another gap back to Aaron. And Tim Humbury topping the top 10. They're all on the similar part of the track actually. These boys are still all within reasonable touch of each other.
Yeah.
Just keeping an eye on a few little gaps at the back there. We've got Kenny.
McKellar and Mule are going hard at it. They've been pretty well inseparable most of the race, and there's a few of the boys at the back there. Actually, Bear Grylls. What's that? Oh no, that's one of the. I think Bear Grylls is actually a back marker there. But yeah, there's a few boys at the back there. keeping pretty tight battles.
A couple at the bottom of our list there. Troy, Rob, Perko, and Crompton seem to have all called it a night. So we've got 4 cars retired at this stage. Unfortunate for Perko, he's called it a night on 21 laps.
No, I've got Perko circulating.
You do?
Yeah,
oh, we do too.
Circulating.
It's weird that he shows him down. He shows me if he's 4 laps down on the field, and I can't understand what a nightmare he must be having behind the wheel there when he's gone from pole to leading for the first pit stops, and then, according to us, just had a hell of a scene, and now it's 4 laps down.
Yeah. And if you just look at him there, actually, I think he's just ranging up behind. Is that Crossy's Merc there? Because these guys are on 2 different laps here, so our timing's all out of whack. But
yeah,
I think
exactly.
That is Crossy's Merc.
So we've got Crossy still on the lead lap.
Yeah, no, that's definitely Crossland's car. So we've got Perkins and Crossland. They're both on 2 different laps, but they're on the same bit of track here at the moment too. So, and Perkins coming up quickly there.
I wonder if we could have a little quick word with Perko there, do you think, mate, while we're cruising around? I mean, clearly he's 4 laps down, right? I mean, we have a little bit, see what he has to say, eh? Let's grab old mate Twiggles. Okay, there, Anthony Perkins, aka Twiggles, just dragged into the com box, mate. It looks to our stats like you're 4 laps down. You've gone into the pits twice. What's happening, bud? It looks like you're having a hell of a scene.
Internet died twice.
Yeah, okay.
That explains it.
So you've still managed to... Have you had to leave and reconnect? Is that what's happened?
Yep.
Okay, we've missed that.
It just completely dropped me out and put me 3 laps behind, and then I got back in, did about 3 laps, and then it dropped me out again.
Oh, mate. Oh, look, that's a real shame, mate. You had pole. You were leading this race right up to your first pit stop. And we were scratching our head as to what had happened.
Yeah.
We really were. That's hard luck, buddy.
Tough luck, mate. And the car still looks really solid, so it's a big shame, mate. Eh? So just head down, eh? Try and redeem some points.
Yeah, just circulating now, staying out of trouble. Don't want to ruin anyone else's race.
Fair enough.
Let's get some points now.
Yeah, good stuff. Bad
luck,
mate.
Buddy. Thank you. We'll leave you to it, buddy. Good luck.
Cheers.
Well, there you go. Tough break for Perko there, Farmer.
Oh, absolutely, wasn't it? And, God, that's unlucky when your internet drops on you like that. All you need, mate.
Yeah.
But yeah, God, that rips your undies. Then that's what happens with the online stuff, isn't it? You are literally online, as it says. And
yeah, that's it.
When you're not online, you're not in race.
No. Yeah, it sort of comes with the territory, but yeah, such a shame, and yeah, it's just such an unknown, isn't it? You know, like you just never know when it's going to happen. So you can have the best connection in that you think you've got, and stuff can still happen. So as I just watch him, I don't know whether you're still focused on Perkins, but just rounding up Crossland round the outside. Just the final couple of corners there. Beautiful move.
Just a quick replay on that. He's gone right around the outside, like you say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Move. Clearly still very focused, and the cars look good, all night. So very unfortunate there.
Good little battle still commencing here between Mule and is it Jake McKellar still on the back of him there?
Yeah, it is McKellar. And
couple of Lexus boys, eh?
Look how close they are there at the moment too. McKellar just ducking a headlight out, just reminding him that he was there. Yeah, no mucking around. Obviously, these two guys in the same make of car, so very, very similar times, very close.
And of course, that's Pete only just ahead of them in the Bentley. He's managed to just pull away from these two ever so
Yeah.
slightly. These guys were all together earlier on, weren't they? So that's
were,
well done
but
for Pete. He's managed to grab
he's made that little break.
half a second over the last half an hour. That's good work, mate.
Yeah. Well, like any game's a good game, isn't it? At the end
Yes.
of the day,
He's
so.
certainly working hard for it.
As McKellar's just relentless on the back of Carlo's car there, and probably slowed themselves up there a little bit.
Yes.
But still look like they're both, got a good flow. They're not up beside each other, and as we just see Mule actually get a good, really decent run out of that bottom corner there, and solid run up the hill.
Yeah, he hasn't. Jake's not about to do anything about that anytime soon, is he?
Nah.
What else have we got going on, mate?
Well, just
Got
a couple of...
BK and Stevo there. Nice little move from Stevo on the inside. Is she just managing to capture that?
Oh, yeah, nice work. They're still fighting. They're still fighting over that real estate. Two season drivers, good mates.
Good work there from the boys. Stevo just been a little bit cautious there, making sure he had it done cleanly. And he's taken that position off BK. That's for 7th. Well done to Stevo.
And look, that's a bit of a role reversal there, because BK's Bentley looked a lot quicker than Melling's car in the first stint. So
It did.
It's interesting to see that Melling just taking that back now in the second stint. So again, these. Oh, just watching BK go wide there, but we've seen that with a few of these guys, like Gleno and a couple of the other boys, where they've had really dodgy first stints, go through the change, new setup, different tyre pressures, and they're on fire. So clearly Stevo's getting that.
That's
BK's
right.
dropping back, it's interesting to watch that pan out,
Same with Jarks. He had the measure of Glenn and John, didn't he, earlier on?
Yeah, definitely,
And then now those boys are just slowly drifting away from him.
Yeah.
Although, as I say that, he's having a little snuff there. He's still got John Boy in his sights.
Yeah, John Boy hasn't really shone much tonight, actually, with pace-wise in that Aston.
No,
I mean,
we shouldn't take away the fact that he is still in 3rd place. With,
not at all.
With
not
unabling to shine. But you're right. We haven't seen anything ecstatic from John Boy, have we?
No, and like just going off the way the pit stops went. I think McDonald made a lot of his time in the pits. I don't think it was on track.
Yes, you're right.
I think his pit crew actually gained him those positions, and as Holmes starts to range up, that Nissan's coming on, isn't it? It looks like it is.
Yeah, look, go the Nissan. Great to see Jarks have a good, good solid run.
Yeah. Oh, you say, so what are you saying? You're going for the underdog there?
Yeah. I'd like to support the underdog there. I mean, we can all bet and go for the 4 times champ, but it's only paying $1.10. Jarks is $7.50, so that's right. Yeah.
No, I'm sure JB would be happy to hear you say that. Knowing that he's odds with that, right? Good stuff. Okay, I'll leave it with you for 1 sec. I'll just go and have a refresh my breath.
Yeah, by all means, and just keeping an eye on a few of the boys at the back here between Andrew Rob. Must be Rob behind him. No. Obviously a car out of place there. Okay, what do we got here? Closest gap on track. Steve-O. As he circulates around. We've got Josh out in front now with a clear... Oh, that timer keeps going. I'm really sorry, guys. It tells us he's got 18 seconds on our tower. I don't know that it's actually that much on track. We'll see where Josh is currently at. He's just cruising out into that final straight section. And we've got Glenn not too far behind him. So we've got a gap there of 5 seconds for the lead, Josh to Glenn. Another 5 seconds back to John Boy in third place. Jarks is still there by all means in fourth, and he's keeping that pressure on John. Reasonable gap back to Aztec there, another 9 seconds. Very lonely race. Same for Ashley. These guys have kind of been on their own a little bit throughout most of this race now. Steve-O, a great battle. We saw him qualify within the top 10, slipped back to, I'm going to say 12th early on in the race, and he's fought his way back into 7th. Excellent drive from Steve-O there to keep it on track. We've seen BK come forward all night too. Another great drive from the Bentley. Aaron Enright, I think, has also managed to get himself into the top 10 from being further back in the field earlier on. And Tim Humbury in the first of the McLarens to round out our top 10.
Yeah, well done from by Tim too to get that McLaren up into the top 10 there, Farmer.
Yes.
And geez, what have we got here? It's only about 15, maybe a little bit more minutes to go.
Yeah, you're right, buddy.
In this 90-minute race.
Just looking at the variety of manufacturers we've got in the top 10 there, we've got a Nissan leading, followed by 2 Astons, another Nissan in fourth, followed by a Bentley, Ferrari, an Audi, another Bentley, and an Aston, and then a McLaren. So a good mixture of cars in the top 10 there.
There is a good mixture of cars there, actually. It's yeah, no, that's good. That's good. What have we got there? Two Bentleys, 3 Astons, and a couple of Nissans, and the Ferrari and the Audi thrown in. Yeah. Oh, good stuff.
Oh, the Audi, of course.
Of course.
Little battle here between B-Dog and is it Mark Josco or Pete?
Yeah, that's
or a back marker.
I think it's a back marker actually. But we probably should just keep an eye on the McKellar Mule Pete Aspie battle there, actually, because
great little trio there.
There's much change there. These boys are still going hard.
These 3 have been together for the entire race, haven't they? And the Bentley slipped back into these guys' grasp again. We were just talking. Pete had managed to pull away from them a little bit there before, and all of a sudden, the Lexus in the second half of the stint.
Yeah, and you just wonder why that's the case. Is that Mule with the pressure from McKellar behind him just pushing that little bit harder and catching up, or is that Aspie looking in his mirrors too much and dropping back? So
yes, possibly driving, looking in the mirror. Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, that has bunched those guys up a little bit there, and the fight rages on. a good little battle to boot. It's the boys aren't. They've been running like this for a considerable amount of time. Actually, he's doing well.
They have
I
these
think.
guys.
I think Mule being the meat and sandwich there is probably the highlight. I mean, he's really kept his head, trying to chase Aspie down with McKellar's blowtorch the whole time on the back of it. Look at him range up there. Actually, Pete having a little bit of
Right
a
on him,
moment
isn't
on
he?
the way at the bottom of the hill there on the exit, and
And you can
really
see.
fast. But look at this.
Oh, here we go.
Carlo backed off, I think, there just to give Pete a little bit of space, which really put McKellar nearly into the back of the other Lexus, and that was close.
It's close, and you can just see both those Lexus came
Ah.
around that corner just with a way better line and much more grip as compared to the Bentley in front of it, doesn't it? And it just caused a little bit of a confusion between the two Lexus drivers behind that Bentley as to who was going to lead first.
Yeah.
And I think these guys have all had a shot at leading this bunch at one stage throughout this race. Between the three of them.
For sure.
That's great to see. Great to see that it's on for a battle for 14th place back here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And do it well. Solid driving by these guys. No mucking around. Very, very little to no mistakes. No contact. Awesome quality of driving from all involved there too. So, yeah. Just because they're in 14th or chasing 14th position, doesn't mean there's any less quality of drive. So,
yeah, absolutely.
And they've all got their eye on the prize, Farmer, at the end of the day, haven't they, mate? So,
yes, they have. These boys are all racing for their own little Pro-Am championship.
That's right. And we'll obviously crunch those numbers after the race, and it'll be interesting to see how the points come out. After we've obviously only run the 2 races in round 1, and here we are here in round 2. Totally different format with an enduro. Been an interesting race, but probably a little less exciting. Probably most of the excitement happened in the pits mid-race, but yeah, still it's gonna be. It's really gonna jumble the numbers around on the leaderboard, and obviously between the Pro-Am and Pro drivers. So watch the forum for all the points details there, and I'd probably just take a moment here again to just thank our sponsors: Hypercube, web design, online marketing, GoBro Racing, New Look Painting, Outdoor Effects, Superior Joint Sealing, Spark Clean, and Zero Vision Motorsport. All of them aiding in bringing this telecast to you. And for anybody that's watching tonight, thanks for joining us. So as we sort of wind down here, Farm, a little bit now, the track temp's come up to about 29, but geez, we've only got a little over 10 minutes to run, I think, by the looks of my data.
Yeah, mate. 11 minutes 30 on the clock now. As we, like you say, we do count down the race. A little bit spread out there on track. Crossy and Twiggles are still kind of stuck together there as they circulate around. A little bit out of position there, Twiggles. Still putting in 2 minute 20 laps between them. Fastest guy on track at the moment, last lap round, was actually Glenn in second in the 19s.
And I noticed JB dropping into the high 19s
John
as
Boyce
well.
also, yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Those guys, actually, that little group of cars there, just rounding up a back marker there with Rob's yellow Datsun. So, although they're just coming up on the back markers here, they do still seem to have a little bit of space between them. So, yeah, just business as usual for the boys up in the top 5.
Okay, now I'm just checking what I'm seeing here before I say anything there, Davo.
Okay.
But it looks like to me like John Boy is in front of Glenn with though position has swapped somehow, but or am
Oh.
I not seeing correctly? No, I'm
No.
looking at the wrong
No.
car. I'm looking at
Yep.
Jarks, mate. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, my apologies. I got the wrong blue car.
The wrong blue car. Yeah, that is the Datsun behind JB still.
That's right. Yes. Okay, I'll have another sip. Thank you.
That's okay. A little bit of an adjustment there. Ashley in 6 still just quickly in the Ferrari there. Look, he has raced a lonely race tonight.
He has raced a very lonely race, hasn't he? And it's all great to not have anyone to challenge around you or whatnot, but then it kind of makes it a little bit boring too sometimes, doesn't it? When you
yeah, and
don't
it can
have
be a
that
bit.
little carrot or something
That's
to
right. Yeah,
chase.
yeah. It can be hard to pace yourself, can't
Can
it?
be.
And easy to make mistakes, so to speak. And
Yes, you start concentrating or thinking about other stuff
yeah.
outside of the game when you're on your own too, Glenn, don't you? And all of a sudden you can, oh, which part of the track am I on here?
Yeah, whoops. Yeah, there's my braking area back there.
No, he's doing good. He's, what
He
have we
is
got?
doing well.
Sixth place. Looks like he's got it covered.
Yeah, and the Ferraris look solid. You know, like we haven't focused on it much tonight, but you know, at a glance, throughout the night, it's always looked very solid on track, and obviously Ashley well under control as usual. You know, so it's easily going to bring that home in 6th position and a solid 6th. Good effort here tonight at Spa with a little under 10 minutes to go. Just watch these boys wind down. I might just flip back to this Pete Aspie, McKellar. Oh, hang on. Where's Carlo dropped out of that? We've missed that. Mills dropped out of that Pete Aspie McKellar sandwich, and
he has actually. He's dropped a good, good 10 seconds back, has he? By the looks of that.
So unfortunately, we just missed that little one. We've been keeping an eye. We've been dropping back to that little battle off and on all night, and unfortunately missed that little bit there. But
so Pete's still got the better of the three of them at the moment.
Pete still holds down
Jake's
14.
come through one, hasn't he? Because Mule was in front,
right.
But between these guys earlier on.
That's right, yeah. And a tight little sandwich, actually. It's been bloody tight all night, so.
Oh, and we just watched Crossy just smoke it up. Let's get a replay of that, Crossy, because we love watching people go around on stream. And just gassed it up out of turn 1 there on his own.
So easy to do.
Just
it's unfortunate for
coming
Crossland.
through on a back marker there on Kenny, and
very frustrating.
probably been cautious and just got the better of him.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. Like just when you that concentration break from the coming up behind the back marker, different line as he just ducks a wheel off the track there into the braking area. Yeah, tough stuff. Easy to break the concentration and make such the slightest mistake, and it can just so hurt. You can so hurt. I can see a couple of very disappointed Mercedes drivers tonight there in Perkins and Crossland. Unfortunately, both of them having terribly bad luck for one reason or another.
Right. Okay, because I was looking over at their pit garage earlier on, Davo, and they've started packing up their stuff
a
lot earlier on. Most of the other teams are still out on the fence there. watching the race go by. So quite clearly a very disappointing round for the Merc.
Absolutely. I've noticed the pit crew are already drinking heavily there as well. So
they're into it, yeah. We're obviously going to pack up tomorrow. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Okay, as we just actually wind down here, it's getting very close. We've got about
We got 5 minutes, mate.
5 minutes to go. I just flick back to Josh Vedico, who's done a stellar job tonight. A little bit up and down at the beginning of the race there, but yeah, pretty well just had.
He's still got a bit of pressure on Pete, hasn't he?
He has.
And they've got, what, 3 laps to go, those boys now? So...
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet. And it's certainly been on for the entire hour and a half.
Oh,
and
without a doubt.
I'm sure they'll both be smiling at the end of this, or puffing.
Yeah. Just as we watch, just quickly there, Perkins coming down behind Simpson. Yeah. Now, who's the back marker here? It's Perkins.
It is Perkins, but Perkins with the pace.
Yeah,
so
with the pace and
I
the
think
back
it's
marker.
a bit who does what here, and it looks like Perko's actually just lifted.
He's lifted well out of that. It's very close to the end of the race. Surely, if he got in front of Simpsons anyway, he would have a blue flag, busily waving in his mirror, and yeah, just really just staying out of that little fight.
And like, good on Perko. We heard earlier that he dropped twice out of the server, and he's come back and he will get points.
McKellar, just see McKellar just have a big opposite lock moment into the.
We're going to have to go back quite a while to see this, and we'll just follow them back from 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, a big sideways moment through the left-hander at the bottom of the hill there. As he was ranging very tightly up behind Peter. Look.
Yeah, look, he was having a real good shot at it, and like you say, just pushing ever so slightly too hard there.
Yeah. Just wonder whether that's what Carlo in the racing mule car was doing earlier, to force a mistake and put him behind McKellar, but just when it comes down to the crunch, here we go, McKellar again under brakes. Whether the Lexus just has the measure, like these boys going at it.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. What happened there?
What happened there?
What happened there?
I don't know.
Peter's let him go.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Not with 2 minutes 30 to go.
He must have missed a gear or something.
He's had a little error there coming out of the final turn.
Surely.
And
wow, there you go.
Are we good enough that we can get on board with Pete and just see what he... Oh, look, he just... we just caught we just caught him there, just getting onto the rev limiter in first gear and just not hocking second gear fast enough, and it just valve bounced a couple of times there, and I wonder whether that just held him up.
Just enough, yeah.
It didn't really seem to do much else wrong there, David. No. We were just having a quick look in car.
It's almost, it looked like it got off it, but just that tapping off the rev limiter is enough to just like really impede your run there out of that corner. So that's unfortunate.
It was.
Pete's been holding that.
Pete, something's gone wrong with Pete. I just wonder whether Pete's fuel conserving or something here, because all of a sudden Jake has bolted.
Yes, he has. He's disappeared. Look at that. He's well back.
A couple of the other boys are just rounding up Pete here too, and I don't think it's been for position just yet.
That's Carlo coming back.
It is Mule coming. Look at that, and just easily past him. So
he's got to be.
Pete's got to be fuel saving there.
Oh no!
And he's got his numbers wrong.
He'd be leaning forward in that Okay, look, we're winding down here. We got less than a minute to go. The track temp's at 32. It's a beautiful 25 degree sunny day today for this race. been an awesome race. Very tidy. Good clean stuff from everyone. Some unfortunate moments for the Mercedes drivers tonight, but and some ding-dongs down the back here with McKellar, Pete and
Mule. Yes.
and Mule
Yeah.
just keeping us busy all night. As we wind this stuff up.
Just watching Josh just come round the final turn. We've got 5 seconds to go. And he's just lifted off the throttle there, Dave. He's just waiting for the clock to count down before it crosses the line. Congratulations, Josh.
He's done a stellar job.
He
Well
has.
done, Josh Redigar.
We watched Glenn come round for second place. Great drive there from Glenn. Well done, buddy.
He's had a tough old race too. He's been a bit up and down.
John Boy and Jarks still there. Still in a good battle there.
Yeah,
unlucky
definitely.
for Jarks.
Hey, yeah, and well done. Still well done for Damien there.
Oh,
Actually,
yes.
he did a really good job.
Aztec coming round there for his lonely 5th place.
Lonely
Great.
5th place. Car looks tidy, though.
Car does look tidy, and same with Ashley's Ferrari. The car looks very tidy.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice Sunday drive by both those boys.
Nice effort, yeah. Had plenty of space.
Steve-O
Melling.
come through. I think Steve-O went back to 12th after qualifying in the top 10.
He did. So
he's come back through for a solid 7th.
I think he'd be stoked that he's got back to 7th after the start of that race. So, and look, BK as well. You know, like he's gone up and down tonight as well. And like we commented earlier through the race, it's just some of these boys from one stint to the next have been all over the place. Tim Himbury.
And Aaron Enright, all there
ninth,
actually. Good little
and there
battle.
you go. Aaron, 9th position. Anthony Chesner ran it at the top 10. Bam. Go Chesner in the McLaren.
In the McLaren. Josco in the lone Lambo coming through there for 11th.
Yeah, can't miss that thing, the purple Lambo.
B-Dog, good solid finish there. I think probably the top AM driver through in 12th place overall.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely outstanding result.
And here we go, the first of these, the bad punch at the back here, McKellar. Well done, Jake McKellar. Like, seriously, what a ding-dong that was. Mule coming across.
Kenny.
14th. Kenny, the other Lexus, slips into 15th. Oh, Steve Crossland in the Merc. Oh, where's Pete?
Where's
Pete?
Pete?
Moving?
He's coming round, mate. He's coming round the final 10.
Oh, man, he'll be leaning forward, I tell you. I bet you he's got nothing in that thing. Why would he have slowed down? Surely he's got no fuel. There he goes across the line.
He's made it. He's done well.
He'll be breathing a sigh of relief, I reckon, old Peter. He's done well. He's done well. I think everybody else
was a lap down, I think, buddy, and crossed the line in the pits already in front of us.
There you go.
Good stuff. So 15th went to Matt Cook, Bear Grylls at 16, followed by Ryan. Good finish for Ryan. He started off the rear of the grid. Come through in 17th place there. Gunter,
well
18.
done.
And then we've got a confusion of names on my list.
Oh, it's still adjusting actually. I'm just looking at mine now. As the data changes there a little bit from 12th down, I think. So we've got Robin 13th in the yellow Datsun. Bear Grylls. Hang on, we're missing 12th.
Yeah, the boys are leaving the server now. We're done.
Yeah. Yep, there you go. That's why
it's us
mucking with our stuff. Okay, so are we going to get down? Who
came third, mate? John Boy? John Boy for third?
John Boy for third.
Okay, stand by caller. Okay, welcome into the comms box there, John Boy. Congratulations on your 3rd place, mate. Well done.
Well done, buddy.
Hey, thanks, lads. Yeah. Man, that was a long, hard race. I'm sweating. No, that's tough. Ooh, Jack put that pressure on, and yeah, that was tough, man.
Yeah, he wasn't letting up. He did well tonight. So yeah, and yourself, mate. Yeah, good to hold him out.
Yeah, it was a real seesaw battle there. We got bottled up behind him in the first stint, and unfortunately we had to pit a little earlier. Well, I chose to, and that paid off, which netted me a gain there. But it
Yep.
was harder on the tyre, a little harder on the tyre at the end. But he was kind of in a similar situation, so he drove really well. So shout out to Jarks, man. That was a great race. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, no, it's looked good. Even though he wasn't real close to you, we could see the pressure was on, and you clearly got a fucking great pit stop again.
Oh no, not really. I still had to get the pull back and and
Did
wait
ya?
and lift up. So yeah, no, it's just the no, an in and out lap, I would say. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well done, mate. Well, we commented earlier that you didn't really impress us for any reason, none or the other, but you still came through. So, congratulations, mate, and well done on your third place.
Yeah, cheers,
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
Great field tonight.
Thanks,
Awesome
mate.
work, all the
Yeah, no,
guys.
good stuff. Good stuff. Well done.
Great. Okay, second place went to Glenn.
Gleno, yeah.
Gleno, where are we? Just grab him here. Okay, welcome, mate. Just grab the second place getter into the comms booth. Congratulations on a hard-fought race, mate.
Yeah, cheers, Davo. Cheers, Farmer.
Yeah, nice work on the number 2 there, Gleno.
Yeah, mate. No, she was a relatively productive night in the end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look
the
good.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah, the car looked good. It looked a bit sketchy in the first stint there, Farmer,
Did
didn't
look
it,
a bit
mate?
dodgy, eh? Looked a bit dodgy towards the end of the first stint there, mate, but it came on strong for you again after the pit stop.
Yeah, just that. To be honest, it just did not work in dirty air. It just I ended up making a conscious decision once John Boyd got through, and I mean, because we could obviously attack Jark through the middle, but we had nothing on the Nissan in the straights. It was just too fast.
Too quick, yeah.
Yeah, and then I
Right.
just backed out of it, ran long, and then my teammate was the absolute team player and let me through in that second stint and put the car in fresh air. And I knew I couldn't catch Josh, but the car was so good in fresh air. So yeah, props to my teammate, to John Boy, unofficially. But yeah, it was a great night. Really tough luck to Twig and Crossy. Obviously had some incidents, but we'll take that on a tough night like that.
Oh, absolutely, mate. After an hour and a half, you will definitely give it to you. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, cheers, boys. Hey, appreciate all the good work you guys are doing in there too. That round one was bloody amazing. I'm sure this one's going to be every bit as good, especially with that sunrise coming up. That would have been pretty spectacular on the cameras.
Yeah, it was cool, mate. Yeah, it was very good. Yeah, well done, and congratulations on your second place, mate. We will see you back again, eh? Keep up the good work, mate.
We'll see. We're forever trying. So cheers, boys.
Thanks,
well
mate.
done, Glenn. Good on you, mate.
Good stuff. And drum roll.
Drum roll now.
As we bring back into the winner's circle, old mate Josh, congratulations. You've done it again. What does this one mean for you, mate? Has this got any special feeling towards this race that meant something more than the others, or is it just another little notch on the belt? Or
no, it's a bit hollow actually. I think Poco had this pace on me from the time that we did have running together.
Yes, he did. He did in the early stages.
Yeah, had the drop out, 2 of them, I think. So if it had played out fully, I think I might have still been second. So happy to take the points for the victory, but I reckon it's a bit hollow, I think.
Yeah.
Well, look, mate. I mean, having good internet's like just having good tuning on the car at the end of the day.
That's right.
It's either going to be reliable or not.
It's part of, it comes with the territory.
Yeah. And an hour and a half hard fought, mate. I'd take it if I was you.
Yeah, definitely.
And we say congratulations to a job well done.
Thanks, guys.
And congratulations for your great internet, Josh.
Yes. yeah. Thanks, Dan. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well done, buddy.
Well done, bud.
We'll see you back here, no doubt, Josh.
Yep. See you next week, hopefully. Fingers
Thanks,
crossed.
mate. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well
Yeah,
done,
good
mate.
one.
Alrighty.
Okay. Do you want to talk to anybody else? Like, do
Oh,
we don't need to talk to Perko again, do we?
we don't,
'Cause
do we?
we know what his struggle was.
Should we see what happened to Crossy? Why he went backwards?
Yeah.
No, we can't. He's
No.
called it a night. We can bring in old mate Jake, eh? He had a great battle with those boys. Just gonna grab one of the battles that we watched very closely through the stream there. Jake, welcome to the comms booth, mate. We've just dragged you down for a chat. Awesome little run that you had tonight. We watched it very close between the three of you guys. Excellent work. How did it feel for you?
Yeah, mate, it's pretty hardcore, right?
It looked at
It was awesome back home
it
there,
was an
mate.
awesome
Between
battle,
the
mate.
three of you for the whole entire hour and a half.
Oh, for sure, yeah, pretty tight. Yeah, they were gaining on me, and then I gained back on them, and yeah, it was just back and forward like that. So it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, cool. And you, where did we have you finish in the end, buddy?
Oh,
You 11th, I think. Were you just outside the top 10 or?
Yeah, I was 13th, I think.
13th, yeah. So that's an excellent effort. Yeah, it was a great battle to watch, actually. There wasn't too much action there sometimes on stream, but you guys were always battling it out, and the positions were changing constantly.
Yep.
Yeah, Mills, he's definitely one of my rivals. Last week it was the same, so yeah, no, he's good to race with.
Yeah, it looked like he handled the pressure for most of the time there, but we watched you guys for so long, but we missed that little moment where you got past him there and swapped positions. But he obviously made a mistake there somewhere from the pressure, and it just put you and Pete, in the zone. So.
And then of course we had Pete. We think fuel saving at the end there, Jake, which he literally gifted a few positions away.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for him. He was doing well to stay ahead of us with that pressure. So yeah, that was sad to watch, to be honest. But yeah.
Yeah, but also you're smiling secretly on the inside.
Of course you are.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely,
mate. Yeah, you got to be there. You got to be there to get the positions. So
Absolutely.
you're on track, mate.
And what happened is you actually put enough fuel in your car, buddy.
Yeah.
So
oh,
you,
mate,
so you
tell
did
what,
right.
too much. I still had 30 litres at the end.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
nice. Well, it doesn't hurt to finish with fuel in your tank.
No,
It really doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to trust those apps.
Yeah, definitely makes for a quicker run across the finish line. That's for sure.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah.
All right, mate.
No,
Well, congratulations,
well done,
mate. We're keeping an eye on you, and we'll hopefully see you come through next week. Cheers.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, no, well done.
Thanks, mate.
Oh,
All right, Dave. Great.
We probably should have talked to Pete there too, but yeah.
Just noticing that he's also called it a night on the channel there as well. Yes, would have been good to see what he had to say about his fuel or what actually was happening there.
Yeah, so tough run for a few of the boys, like all the way through the field, right from the top with Anthony, obviously with dropouts. We got Crossy there, like at the top five also having, troubles with the other Mercedes, and then Pete Aspey running low on fuel towards the end there and having to back off and losing at least 2 positions. Maybe three.
Yeah.
To maybe Simpson as well in the other Lexus. So, what an interesting night! The pit stops all over the place. Look, the season's just is delivering like we expected, Farmer. So
Crossy and Twiggles, with sort of problems, and it's mixing it up. It's mixing it up. It's good for us, mate.
It is good for us, and looking forward to next week. Thanks for everybody for watching tonight. So we'll just quickly run through our sponsors again: Hypercube, web design, online marketing, GoPro Racing, New Look Painting, Outdoor Effects, Superior Joint Sealing, Spark Clean, Zero Vision Motorsport. Thanks everyone for watching another cracker race here at ASRNZ. Join us next week, Farmer.
Absolutely, mate. We will do. We'll see you then. Thank you.
look forward to it. Yeah, bye.